Let's bring in Lorena Guillen. She and her husband own the Blue Oaks RV Park and Restaurant in Kerrville, which was overtaken by the floodwaters on July 4th. Lorena, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. I know it's been a few days and you're still processing so much. I understand this business was your retirement plan. How are you and your husband holding up?
Well, we're holding the best we can with the support of our friends in the community. It's so amazing that it helps so much. I mean, I've gotten so many hugs in the last few days than I had in the whole year.
Oh.
And that really warms my heart, you know?
If you wouldn't mind sort of walking us through what you went through. We understand you were woken up in the middle of the night by lights from rescue crews. What happened when you looked outside, when you went outside? What did you see happening at your park?
It was pitch black. My husband and I were running down the hill to the RVs, and all I can see was the lights of the rescue team. They had two boats, and they were trying to get into the river because there was, the RVs being swept away. And then the fire department was coming in, and my husband and I, I was banging on doors, my husband running to the water to try to save the family. The father was walking towards us, and he was holding his two babies. And he was trying desperately to get across. But the water was just very, very high at that point, probably around your waist. And my husband got into the water, like I said, and then a wave came and took them both. My husband kept yelling at him, "Throw me your baby." But it was just too fast, too much. My husband was lucky to be snagged by a rebar, so he could he was able to get out.
But for some of those others, they weren't able to get out?
No, we lost. We had registered a family of 5, but we came to find out that there was only 4 in the camper because they were about to go pick up their daughter at camp the next morning. So we lost 2 infants and the parent.
It's just heartbreaking.
I do want to ask you a little more about, you have said in past interviews there was nothing to indicate that there was going to be a flood at your park. Was there anything that led you to believe you were all safe? Are there any questions you have for leaders about the warning systems in place?
I guess we get flash floods all the time. We have a lot of water crossings. They get flooded for any little bit of rain, and we all know what these low water crossings are. So we just go around them. We go to higher crossings, and it's just very normal. And with the amount of rain that we had that night, it was not something that you would have think otherwise. So we did get a flash flood alert. I actually drove down to the edge of the river around 2:30 in the morning, and I checked the water. I looked down at the river and it was fine. I even called the sheriff's department to find out what was going upriver with the rain, and they had no information. What happened, it was just Mother Nature at its worst, and I don't think anybody could have predicted it because we are a very, very close community. I know the sheriffs, I know the police officers. They come to my restaurant with their families. We know each other, and I know that if anybody would have known anything immediately, I would have gotten a phone call or anything like that, because that's what we do. Anything like between our restaurant owners, if there is a suspicious individual, we call each other and we help each other out. So in regards to better alert, I don't know how and we gotten any better, you know. Maybe it's our own fault for having too many flash floods alerts. I don't know.
Lorena, I do also want to ask you about an employee of yours who we understand died while trying to rescue his family, and it just sounds like he was a hero to the end. Can you tell us more about him and what happened and how his family's doing?
Well, his wife, she's devastated, obviously. I've been talking to her, and we're going to, you know, we try to do the best we can to bring awareness to their situation, because they're just a couple kids with 3 beautiful babies trying to make it into this world. You know, he was the sweetest, most polite, well-mannered kid, and it's just that night he left here close to 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, we closed a little earlier because it started to rain, and I'm like, just go home, be safe. And I started getting the notifications some morning that he had passed, and it was just, I still can't believe it. The place where he was inside the restaurant, every time we all go by, it cringes your heart, and it's just unbelievable. You know, I'm gonna see Christina tomorrow, and we're gonna get a little gathering here at the restaurant, just you know, just to try to comfort each other out.
Lorena, we are so sorry for your loss. We are thinking of you and your community. Please keep us updated on everything that's happening, all right?
And the way you're supporting those around you and who work for you is pretty incredible. Thank you.
Thank you. And please, we need help. That is the one thing I cannot express enough. We are a tiny, tiny little part of this entire devastation. It goes for miles and miles.
We are thinking of you, as Joe said. We will stay in touch with you. Thank you so much, Lorena.
Thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.